An open meeting, regular board meeting, roll call, Aldermen, Dr. Zenduda. Here. Alderman Brian Helms. Here. Alderman Kathy Bergman.
Here.
Alderman Rose Rosenwood.
Here.
All right. One present.
Frankie's here.
Frankie's here. Approval of the agenda. Should be in your packet there. Is there a motion to approve this?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion made, second, all in favor? Motion passed. The consent agenda is minutes from previous meeting, treasurer's report, collector's report, bills for payment. City clerk to pay appropriate expenses as accompanied by budget.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion made, Alderman Goodell, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Alderman Bergman, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion. All right, public forum. All right. Number 6, Ronnie, Mr. Barnett. Requesting approval for storm shelter on property. Mr. Barnett, you can address the board about what's going on with that.
Pardon me, you give me a quote?
Yeah, you have a first.
Well, I want to get a permit, put in a storm shelter. That's 6x6 storm shelter put in, but I was told today that I wasn't going to be able to get put in, that I was going to be fined $500 and a year in jail if I do this. So I'd like for Mr. Dr. Zenduda to explain that to you.
You misinterpreted what I said.
What'd you tell my wife?
I gave her a copy of this. I highlighted the areas that were appropriate. And all I said was that for your plans, you need to submit plans before you get approval for it. You went ahead and did it without plans, without approval. Therefore,
All I
You
did was
created
forms in
this.
and I showed you.
you created
I
this,
showed
not
you
me.
I told you what I would do.
I was just
Explained
walking.
it to you.
You need to it's not me,
I-
verbal. Just submit plans.
All I did was
You
put
get
my forms
your
up
approval.
to get
problem
my permit,
solved.
have my permit to be approved by you guys. Not just you, Doc.
Right?
You're not the mayor.
But
Remember that.
to the board or
Yeah.
the mayor, you need to submit your plans.
I
Period.
understand that. And I
People
talked to
are-
the mayor about it.
Yes.
And I told Adam what happened, that I put my forms up, I'm gonna go have my concrete poured, but I need to get my permits.
You did that. You still have to have a scope so we can get it finished out, so we can combine all of them in one. Does that make sense? You know
So
that.
all I did is put forms, I'll take forms down, that's my
No,
job.
I'm talking about the scope project scope, like anybody puts anything in, like if I change anything from what wasn't there, does that make sense? Or build an add-on that's over $1,000, or do anything, pour concrete where there's dirt, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta get a permit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm here
So
for.
what,
And when you ask for a permit, you just bring your plans, that's all.
is
You
there?
know, I've been
is
on the
there-
board for years, and every person I've talked to, they come in, they come to the window, they tell them what we're gonna do, dress for what we're gonna have, which I got all that, I got everything I need for the building. I'm spending over $3,000 worth of concrete. It ain't just smearing concrete on the ground, Don, like you said. We're not doing it.
With reference
It's
to
all-
that, I suggested that you put a French drain in to facilitate.
There's a French drain already running in there, Doc, see, you don't even know that. You have no idea what I'm doing, none. And you're gonna tell me how I can
The
build
reason
my
I don't have any ideas, you just built it without showing.
I didn't
your
build it, I
form
didn't
or
put my
anything.
forms in there. I'm not building it, I gotta get a permit to build it. I've been on the board, I know the rules. I was city marshal here for years. I
Getting a
know the law.
permit includes putting
No,
a
you don't have to tell
foundation.
me the law. You're not the mayor. Adams.
I don't care if I'm the mayor
You
or
don't have
not.
to sit here
I have to
and tell me
submit plans
what
for
you're
my
gonna do.
building.
Find
You
me
do this damn
$500.
I'll have order.
$500.
I'll have order.
Mr. Mayor, could I have the floor real quick?
Yes, sir.
I would just like to say that the main job of an alderman, as you know, is to make sure that you put it on your property, that it's not on mine or somebody else's.
Very good.
That's the first thing we want to do as an alderman, is to find out where it's located. Once it's located, if you start building on it, whatever, just make sure you get a permit by the time it's finished. That's the way it's always been. I've inspected a lot of sheds that people put on the properties.
We are-
Show me where it's gonna be, put your stakes out, show us the plan where it's gonna be located. Let's make sure it's on your property,
I explained it to you.
dig away.
Not so, because
We
when
still
I
have-
went,
Very true.
when I went
Very
to
so much
Nest
true.
for plans
And
at
I
my place.
Called
I
you
had
off the
to-
street to have you come up and look at it, so you would know. And you still,
Let's refer to the ordinance and see which does the ordinance say, because I know there's a building inspection ordinance, I know there's also, a seismic design probably, I think, for new construction, is that considered new? Yeah, that would be, because it was concrete, it's a
I
new.
just had my house built there, I've done been through all this.
You know this, so, I mean, it's a,
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
permit, right, and
Yeah.
did you have to provide a permit or seismic design?
That's
for
what I was
sketch?
here for, that's what I come down today to get a permit.
Did they
To
have,
build this shelter.
did you have the blueprints from your contractor or whoever's putting that in or whatever?
That would be addressed at that window, and they just, and it's been this for years, because I know I was on the board.
Well,
They bring it to you guys and you address the board, then they approve it. I don't have to come in there and have a design paperwork,
since
everything I'm gonna have
when,
done.
what does that say?
And
Does it
address
say
the board,
that?
because this is a conflict of interest, come to think about it.
Why is it a conflict?
Because you just have an old junk trailer still sitting out in the middle of the road out here.
Actually, I got an insurance claim, so if you want to play conflict of interest,
Insurance claim?
yeah, I do. Do you want to see a copy of it? Because I got it, because I got
What does the
insurance
insurance
claim.
claim got to do with my permit?
What does that trailer have to do with your damn
Well,
stupid
you gave me a
shelter?
permit, didn't you?
I didn't give them no permit, they came in illegally. Really? They didn't come here, and they came here illegally. You want the record on it with the county?
Well,
Because me and you are going, you know what? You're
Okay.
done.
We need to
No,
tone
I'm
down.
You're
tone
done.
down.
I'm
Come
done.
back with seismic
There's no
design.
conflict, you know, not only that, that's called discrimination.
Really, it's discrimination.
You have one person to do something, and the next
Your
one's not.
time's up.
Time out.
Thank you very much.
You come back with a better attitude and a better
No, my
seismic
attorney will be
design.
back.
I hope you do. I got one too,
I will.
so,
That's good, I'm glad you do.
because I know some
Because the
things.
attorney takes care of problems. You
Yeah,
don't.
no, but the AG takes care of problems too.
And remember, I know a lot about what's going on here.
Yeah,
I know a lot of this guy right here too.
What is it? What's your beef with him?
What's he's got against me? That's
I don't know. That's what I'm trying
That's
to
what I'm
figure
looking
out.
for, Doc.
I just wanted you to fill in bring in a blueprint with your building, get
That
your
you
approval, and that's
said,
it.
you stayed through this in my face today, to my
I did not
wife.
throw-
to my wife's
I
face
showed
today.
her the
Now I'm throwing it
ordinance.
back at you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're not gonna
And I'll tell you
have,
what.
we're gonna have order, come on.
Mr. Mayor, what he's
I'm
asking,
gonna
what he's asking
I'm gonna
for
go ahead and call
is approval for his
Go
project,
ahead.
I am.
and then of course it's a process, right? So it gets approved, then we go in.
There's an application.
Remember, you're a real friend.
And
You
he gets
made
a
it
permit,
with that.
then when he finishes it, it gets it inspected. And then
The
it's
word of
done.
mouth goes a long ways around here
Right.
now. You don't know half the people I've been born and raised with around here. And here you're trying to run this whole town by yourself by giving him information what to do. Because I know this.
You don't tell me what to do, because if you're gonna go down that route and you threaten me one more time, Ronnie,
You at all, Evan.
you just did. You said he'd run me. I'm telling you how I've always done it too. So all the time I've had to get building permits, I shouldn't have
Oh,
had.
I didn't?
I never said you. I said
Did I
you.
not approve some for you?
Yeah, and I brought
okay,
in, and I
that's
came
fine.
to
So you
sat
approved
right
them
there.
for me. I'll see
And
how
I
this
sat
works.
right there and asked the board, you know what?
Submit your blueprint and you can go on.
We still gotta know what you're building.
No, you're saying it's all right if I do it. No, you're just throwing that in my face.
Let me see the,
I
all,
wasn't
let me see
throwing
the
anything in your
ordinance.
face.
Let me
This
see
just
the
pointed
ordinance.
out that you did you started doing work on it without
Mhm.
getting your thing. That's all.
So I can build a house.
So
on
now
it?
you're saying, all I have to do is bring it down my stuff after you give me that.
Yeah.
No person,
That's what I told
firm,
you
or corporation
before.
shall erect,
I
construct,
just can't figure
But
it
you were
out.
too angry to listen.
no person,
I don't
firm,
mind
corporation.
taking it out on me, but whenever we get to my wife,
No one took anything out of
she
your
hasn't did nothing.
She's afraid of you.
And have to ask permission to come in and talk to you.
What is this?
Who asked for permission?
She said she had to get permission from the lady here for you to come talk to you.
I was
This
sitting
is
right
a
there, I
public
saw her come
forum.
in.
This
and I
is a
just
public
asked her to
building,
come
Doc.
in.
You don't have to get permission to come talk to you.
You're exaggerating.
No, I'm not.
Permit
Yes, you
required.
are. Is it back?
No
You're
person
exaggerating.
shall
You want me to
make
call her and have her come down here?
and make
Oh,
it-
what do you
You want me to
ever
send
find out
people to come
someplace
in
where
that
she's
they're
gonna say
lying?
what you want?
Doc, you don't make no sense to me. I just don't understand you.
Yeah.
Here I try to work with you when I was
The
all
way
the I
it's
couldn't
actually
do
supposed to
it
be
then.
set up is they're supposed to come to the clerk,
This
or
is
collector,
a separate thing.
whatever. They sketch
No,
a print of
no,
footage.
Yeah, we don't
Look,
have
I'm
that.
at my place, I
That's
heard
the
you
whole point.
shooting.
I know, and then the thing
Shoot.
Well,
about
he
it
has
is,
a dead deer on your
you-
road.
we go over
Burning
there
out
to
the
look where.
hillside.
Deer on the road?
Because they
Yeah.
can't build within so many feet or.
What are you
over.
talking
Then
about?
how about we just do that to settle this shit?
Huh?
Yeah.
That was a cop that comes
Exactly,
shot.
Frank.
I,
That's there you go.
That's what we do.
Accusations
That's what we've
against you.
always done. It could be any
Right.
alderman could go there and check it out and say, okay, you're within the,
so, but, I mean, I
By the
would
way,
say,
I hope
because
you-
me and him are
Drainage too.
certified in
Your drainage
building,
for-
and he's excavation,
Hard to
and
put in,
it's fine,
that's
too,
the
there's
street
electrical
close down
code, and I
roads.
don't know what he's doing.
yeah.
But we still gotta
We
mark
got
it,
next board meeting.
and 8.1, that's a $10,000 fine if somebody hits something.
Yeah, coming off
I don't know
the
what's
hillside.
that, I don't know where it's at, I mean,
The Russells.
but right here, what,
Back out too.
I mean, it says, that no person, firm, or corporation shall erect, construct,
You're
demolish,
not sure of the
repair,
words, are you?
improve, move, and demolish any building, shed, mobile home tower, swimming pool, playhouse, patio, driveway without applying for a permit, which I understand the permit there. So that, okay, so then give them a permit, me and Frankie will give, what, 30 days to come, to compliance, to come check it out?
Yeah, it's technically in reality that the homeowner, whenever they're building something or anything. if
They can
it's
get an
patio or
extension.
Anything, you're supposed to call in a dig right. We're supposed to make sure utilities are not in the way.
Yeah, we'll do that normally, we do that anyways.
Anyways, but then after that, we find out the utilities are not there. Then the homeowner gives plans, so like, if you're putting a 40 by 50 shed in,
Yeah.
anything, it's gotta be 10 foot off the property line of the other existing property. The other thing is too, is we have to have the dimensions, is the reason why we have to have the dimensions, is that way we can look at the whole grid
Okay, so
and make sure it's not over utilities.
we do a waiver of a permit over that, like we did before. So, given that aside, so we'll give them a permit, we need to know, Ronnie, how much total is the cost of this project? If you add up everything.
Yeah,
If
I hang
you
on
did
that
add up
house. I'm
everything,
gonna bring it down and present the board with it.
if you
Here
did,
he throws this letter at my wife.
I'll look into that, because there is, we are covered for that, but if you can give me a total amount, we'll issue the permit, and it's due within, 90 days,
Right.
okay? But we'll need just a structured amount, like, kind of a makeshift draw. I don't care if whoever.
What I'm doing is,
I know what you're
put 12
doing.
by 12 additional room to the back of my bedroom.
I have to put it in a file though.
I understand that, I understand it. What I have done, I just want to get concrete poured, because it's gonna be a month before they even bring the shelter in.
Don't
And I gotta go
understand
pick the shelter up and put it in myself. Then I got to frame the building and put it up. That's after the concrete's
that.
poured.
Yeah, provided.
That's all I'm doing.
Remove
All I did was put the
3 months,
bones up for the concrete.
so 3 months, so you'll have to get an extension then, if it's through delay on your shelter, right?
Yeah, instead of being
Which
in,
ain't no big deal, it's just an
it'll be
extension.
about the middle of May before it gets in.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll be close, I mean, but, yeah, I mean, you'll have to get a permit and then we'll have to inspect the, where the area is after you get it marked. But, but you can't start before, I guess is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, that's what I highlighted.
But you know what the permit really is, the bottom line, is that that can be registered in the tax books for the county of St. Genevieve, and we can tax you for it. So the main thing is to show us where you're gonna put it, make sure it's within your property line, do a sketch of what it is that you wanna do, it doesn't have to be a blueprint, and bring it in, and we say, okay, you can start. Then you go ahead and put it in, when you're finished, we come back and inspect it, and we say, okay, it's within the property lines, and you've done everything we asked you to do, and you're good to go. Now we're gonna tax you.
All right,
We're gonna go ahead and
well,
submit
if
that.
you about to put me on my next agenda then, and I'm gonna take care of it.
Well, that's fine, I can do that, we can do that.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll get the
I don't wanna
permit.
fight and argue with the city, I work for the city all the time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm trying to, you know, there's laws too, you know that as well, it's not, but there's a lot of things in the past that were done that shouldn't have been done.
Tell me.
You know, I'm just saying.
Did we still go to the city clerk though, when we were?
You do to get the permit, but I mean, you gotta still present, to me, it says you still have to present the seismic design and then, I mean, we'll have to mark it out and look it out. I mean, it's,
The way we've always done it is we always come to City Hall with our paperwork, with their blueprints, how much concrete, everything. We give it to the city clerk gives it to you, then you address the board.
and the only thing different
And
than,
we approve it.
the only thing different now, Ronnie, is the right-of-way ordinance, which if they're excavating or anything, a contractor just provides their bonding, or insurance.
Yeah, no, it's,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Yeah, I know
they get a
what you're saying.
business license.
Right.
That's what it is, and, I mean, it's not Spectrum, that's not that's a whole different story, you're not boring or anything. I don't think you are. But no, I'm just saying, right here, how it articulates, I mean, Doc is right to a point, but I mean, you have to permit that at the time of getting the permit, so,
No, I know you're supposed to get your permit before you get started. I knew the rules all my life.
you know,
All I did was put the forms up, went to go explain to Doc what I got. The forms I got up, it's what the concrete goes in.
I understand that, but that's part of building something. If you're gonna build something, before you even dig your footing, you put in your plans, you get your permit, you do it. That's
That's all
all.
I'm here for.
You don't even have to be
I
there.
mean, you gotta
You
prove
brought
it.
in all that stuff,
I just explained to
including
you
the
what I'm
plans.
doing.
When I asked where the plans are, you know what she said? They're up here in his head.
I got
You know, it's like-
everything that I need.
I don't care about, actually, I don't even care about these rules, but they're there, so I'm just enforcing them, that's all.
The concrete, how much it's gonna cost, I got it all.
yeah, 'cause-
Where is
Smearing concrete on the ground like you told my wife,
That's what
I'm
you
talking
said.
over $2,500 worth of concrete. You know, this ain't smearing concrete on the ground, this is being done right.
So what we'll do, Ronnie, just come in, bring in a sketch for time being. Give one of the clerks, you know, the total cost. We'll get the permit. Get everything set, we'll go by this, and we'll do an inspection. Me and Frankie will go up there and take care of this and do an inspection on it. And then if you need an extension for this, if it goes over 90 days or whatever's going on, if they're building, whatever's going on, I don't
Talk
know.
about the building has to be finished in 90 days.
No, I mean, your permit's good from 90 days from that issuance, but if it goes longer, all you gotta do is request an extension.
We're talking just a month or so.
I know, but you never know. Lead times,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
our lead times was like 2 months, now we're looking at 6 months because of machining, you know,
I'm
it's
not
just,
mentioning any names, but it ain't no structure's gonna sit out there and open for a year at a time that nothing being done with, you know.
no, I didn't say you, I'm talking about if they're building it, the person who's.
Oh, yeah, okay, I understand that.
The
No,
manufacturer.
my brothers, when we built my house, my brothers and I built
Yeah.
my house, it's the same people that's gonna build the addition of 12 by 12.
And then, you know, and I'm sure your homeowners covered it, but if there is a utility, we'll have to do, you know, that waiver, because it's over a utility. If we find a utility, I mean, Louis Bonds had to do it, I've had to do it, I mean, I don't know if you had to do it, but I mean, I have.
And Frank knows where it's at, it's right behind the house, so there's no utility.
Well, we find all kinds of crazy lines that weren't supposed to be there, and they're there. So, I mean, we just wanna make sure, the city's just covering their end too. And then in case something were to happen, we don't have to tear it out. There's places in town that people didn't get permits, tearing fast. And now, if we were to go in, like for a grinder, we gotta destroy their whole pavilion and everything. Just
I
as,
know how that works.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
know people's got concrete driveways put over the main lines and everything.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, but yeah, some of them, they do, they understand, they sign that waiver.
Right?
But we'll do that, we'll start with that and go from there, but Doc is right on the beginning, and it says right here, before anything, and I mean, in layman terms, I mean, this permit shall be issued before any work may be or continue without undue delay. I mean, that's the only reason I see where Doc's saying it. So I mean, whatever your beefs are and whatever this conflict is and threats of attorney, I will not have that. I will work with you, but do
I
not.
hope you do, Adam, because
I really hope so,
you know, it's
because,
gonna cost me money, but it's gonna cost somebody else a whole lot of money.
well, you do what you gotta do and I'll do what I gotta
I
do
understand
too.
that. I just like Randy Macklin, his water bill, you know.
I wasn't
That's
part of
conflict
that.
of interest there too. I'm not saying anything gets the city in trouble.
I wasn't part of that.
No, you wouldn't, but it's still the same board.
Who? Them, not her, not him, maybe him.
Yeah, well, I know Brian,
Yeah.
Doc was, and he just took my spot over whenever I resigned. And he
You
wasn't
quit
here.
you quit the night I was here, my first night, you quit.
Yeah,
Right, that's the
yeah.
night I resigned.
Yeah.
You were Ward
And you
one.
know I resigned.
I watched it, but it don't,
But, Mr. Mayor, just for the procedure, I do want to say there is a procedure to this, and even though we do have regulations and things you need to follow, the first thing you want to do is go see the clerk and say, I need to get a permit because I'm going to put in a storm shelter. And she's going to say, well, can you do a drawing for me or submit the drawing? And you say yes, and then we're going to send an alderman out to your house to see you. The alderman goes out and you show him where you want to put it and say that you're still applying, and he brings it back to the board and he says, I checked it out, it's on this property, this is the drawing, and we approve it here. You don't even have to come to this meeting. But you
My
do have to
suggestion
follow,
is I'd like a different alderman.
yeah, but you do have to follow,
I mean, if you don't want me to, I won't. If you don't want me to.
Oh, you can.
Or Kathy, the other building inspector. I mean, Frankie,
Frankie board welcome to, all the other aldermen,
I
anytime.
mean,
Do we have an ordinance that says who can go out there and look at these things? I
the
mean,
building inspectors, which would be
we would have a building
me,
inspector?
Kathy, which was established years ago, and Frankie, because he's, you know,
They used to have Annette Cash Naughty do it for years and years.
that
She wasn't a licensed operator, but she still inspected.
Dad did it.
Yeah,
for a
Mark
little bit.
just come by to
You
inspect.
know.
but we don't have to have this situation like we've had tonight, because the system would have handled that. You know, you would have just said, you would be at home one day and one of us would knock on your door and say, I'm here to see where you want to put this storm shelter. And you say, oh, come out here, I gotta get a permit, this is where it's gonna go. And then we bring it back and talk to the board, we get your permit for you. The main thing is, we wanna give you a permit, we just wanna make sure it's on your land and we're not chopping up a sewer someplace.
That's what I'm here for.
But,
That's
yeah,
what I'm trying to do.
but,
That's all I was asking.
but the clerk should handle this, not us at this
And I
point.
tried that.
Yeah. But I don't mind talking to you about this.
But we can all talk as adults too, not get heated over, understand what you mean, I don't know what beef's going
I
on.
might talk bad about me, but just talk bad to my wife like that. And
I
get
don't
permission
know.
to talk to you. I know you're a doc, but I mean, your highness, she's not.
It's not highness, it's a doctor, come on now.
You're making up a story here.
No, I'm not.
But,
Yes, you
You
are.
know,
Okay,
you
we
made my
can
wife look
He
bad.
makes me
Okay.
wrong.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
let's go, come on.
but yeah, here is that claim number for that trailer, that's my claim number, because it was illegally put down, and I'm working with Mark Marbury, which you can confirm with that because it was legally put
Yeah.
there. And they tried to fight me,
So they
Frankie.
never even had permits?
No,
They didn't even address the
no,
board?
so there's,
I'm coming to the board, and you don't even address the board?
well, that's why they're facing litigation.
There you go.
So don't say I didn't do something, I did, please. I do a lot.
I was hoping you gave me that answer.
I have plenty of answers. It's just what card I'm gonna pull
People have
out.
questions, right?
It's just what card I'm gonna pull out depending on somebody's behavior. But I was gonna just announce it anyways as regular business, but now everybody knows, so that's one less thing off my thing. So, but yes, we'll get this taken care of and address it then, all right? Does that work for you?
So, question to you is,
Yes.
should I address the board, or should I go ahead and give my dimensions to the city hall?
Do that,
And let them address it, and
yes.
you do that. That way,
Will you let me in your shelter when the storm comes?
So we don't have to have another meeting, wait for.
No, we won't have to have another meeting over this.
no, we should.
I mean, we don't have to wait another whole month for him to get his
No,
stuff through.
no, if he's building a new house and something's wrong, or like, you know,
I'll have everything down here tomorrow, Adam, so
Yeah, I know
we've got all the concrete working hard.
okay, and make, you already know how much it costs, so there you go.
I'm done.
That's all I need, so,
Lord, back to you.
so, thank you. I yield. Next.
You have a permit?
I'm trying to get one.
Good luck.
All right, go ahead. Ronnie, you're done, and is it Mark, or Marcus?
Marcus
Larson.
I
I think I met you before when
I have 5 of these, but.
We'll share.
yeah. Ryan, just do that tomorrow, and we'll get, that's the way to
Okay,
figure it
there.
out.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
Oh, here you go.
You want to
Take care. Hey, Joe, you know where I'm putting that, there ain't no lines, no nothing, running that right there.
Obviously, it's just a market clear on conflict or anything like that.
And the foundation that I'm putting in, they recommend 4-inch pad. I'm putting a 6-inch pad because I'm putting the shelter off that, drill it in.
So when's the first pool party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing a boner, that's what we call it.
BYOB.
There you go.
Okay.
That means
All right,
babies.
All right, see you later, brother.
Bring your babies.
Hey, Ronnie.
Looks like you got done your homework.
Oh, you're bound.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Nice. Thank you, all.
I was gonna let you know on the map right there, those are the different utilities that were explained to me whenever I moved in. Put them in the different colors of what the utilities were. They're nowhere near the pool, but we do plan on calling Dig Right. You know, that was what the contractor was gonna do, but as of right now, that's what I was explaining to me whenever I first moved into the home, where the utilities were. But, I mean, we're definitely, I mean, obviously we'll get.
Yeah, definitely, it's good they changed the law, too, if you don't call it, it's like $10,000 fine, even a personal person.
Well, yeah, I was gonna have him, and then my contractor said that he, right before, you know, he was gonna have him check it, so.
Who's your contractor?
CW, concrete, but, he's just doing the concrete and the digging. It's kind of a, PD Pools is who's doing the pool.
Oh, I know that.
So,
Yeah.
they're putting in the pool, or that's where the kits and everything are coming from. He's in charge of the installer. But I handled I got a hold of Corey, who was doing the backfill, the concrete, the digging, excavating, things like that, so.
You said,
With,
does it have a vinyl liner or is it all cement or?
No, it has a line, so, yeah.
looks like you did your work, you got your fence going up too and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's all
Keeping us
it's
out?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's for, you know, just the kids and dogs, so,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
and I mean, it meets the state law of having a fence, I mean, it's
yeah.
the spec.
Well, my insurance as well, Armsburg, you know, they require a fence, so.
I think everybody, isn't that, yeah, since I think state statute requires.
I wasn't sure about the height, but the 48 inches, he said was.
4 feet, yeah.
Yeah, 4 feet.
That's the minimum, I mean, just so, it's a wall now, I mean, if they want it to be 4 feet, and they will be anchored on ingress and egress, you know, but you meet that right there, I mean, it says it back there. But yeah, 'cause that's what I was trying to, it's been a while since somebody's actually put it in ground pool
Right.
that I know of around here, which is kinda nice. 'cause-
I think my only question I had, I've been talking to Tim, and I've been talking to Jessica, you're not Jessica, okay, so, anyways, we've just been talking through email and, through text. My only question was about the excavation, because all the ordinances that were sent to me that I read over, we were talking, about, it had nothing to do with in-ground pools, but she was telling me before, they don't have any ordinances, I guess, with that, so we were trying to come up with something. And so that's
Yeah.
where, that's this side conversation we had outside of this, so.
Yeah,
Doesn't your contractor dig it?
Yeah, he digs it. So I guess my only question I had was the cost of it, because when I first got it, it was what I was quoted for the excavation fee was astronomical. And so,
By your contractor or?
no, by the
they
city.
they did it by the right of way,
Yeah,
and so me and Jess worked on this, and then we didn't know the depth, so we went by kinda like neighboring states like called Perry, Little City Administrator, what they have, but St. John, Frankie filled me in on what they did. But to cover all his permits since they're different, you know, how many different contractors you got on this? Just 2?
I get 3. You can call the installer contractor, I don't know.
Well, you'll
I
have
think
the installer, and then he'll sub it out, like you got a concrete guy, and then or the main guy, Tiki Pools is subbing out your concrete, you know, they do in the fence too, is Tiki.
No, it says QCE of St.
So
Louis.
they're subbing
Yeah.
them out, so you got 3 probably total. So that's what I figured you would have, so we did your 16, and then we did for like 60 for the building, and then 15 for the swimming pool, and then 793 excavation, and your permits for excavation from them dimensions, the square footage, and all your contractor fees all in one, that permit all in one. So that'd be the total of, where would it be? Here, 15. Here, she is,
We're talking about excavation, are you talking about the dig have you been in contact with any engineers or land excavators around here, local guys?
I'm not from here. I'm dealing with, my father-in-law is the one that owns Pee Pools, so he's the one, that's where I'm getting the kids and everything, and he's the one that handles like the, usually all of that. So I'm just going off of what, he's kind of, relayed through me. Corey has done work, for some of my friends in the past. He's, I forget, some concrete work he's just done for them. He's done pools in the past, and so, I talked to him about the whole thing. I don't really know.
I don't want to advertise for any particular excavator or engineer, but we do have a couple of them here in St. Mary.
Oh, okay.
That work in this county of St. Genevieve and all around, so, I can give you a name of their company and let them bid out for you.
I just had this literally all wrapped up. I just had to get the go-ahead from the city before I could.
You already have an excavator.
Everything's a go. I just gotta wait for the permit. So, yeah, as soon as I get you guys approval, it'll be in May. I was planning on it, so, I didn't really, I wasn't even thinking about permits, honestly. I would, and my father-in-law, before I ordered the kit, he was letting me know that, hey, you need to go down and get permits, and so that's when we started the whole conversation, and then, so,
And that's an 8-inch.
yeah, I didn't really, I guess, realize the depth. I thought that they were gonna handle it, the contractor was. I didn't realize I had to do it myself, so.
Okay, that's all handled. So this is your whole project. Looks like you did your due diligence.
Tried, my wife, she, did a lot of it. Her, my kids want more than I do. I'd rather have the money in my pocket, but that's, so,
Well,
I do have a question though.
yeah.
Regarding water,
Yeah.
how does that work?
How do you
I've
feel?
never had.
That was another thing too. I was gonna have a water truck. I wasn't gonna fill it up with the city water. I was gonna have a water
Yeah.
truck actually come fill the pool up. So I wasn't gonna pull from like the city water, so.
So how is that gonna work, like if you need to refill, like you
Well-
fill up? Are you gonna have a truck come back in and put more water in for you, or?
Well, you
You
don't
know, like
need to
sometimes-
pull up completely.
Yeah.
Right, I know, but I mean, like if throughout the summer, you're gonna
Yeah, it'll
have
fill
some.
a little bit. It's gonna make my water bill go up, but it's not gonna be like
Yeah.
exponential. It'll be like evaporation and stuff, but
So are we gonna have
That's back.
a line attached to his water?
Well, that's a good question for him.
If someone puts there's yard meters, which you have to pay to have installed, but your rates on your water go down because you don't have the sewer attached to it in order to handle that.
Just
So
straight
Ronnie, for example, when he did his, he had water hauled in, and then I believe he added a yard meter next to the thing to tap off or whatever.
It's still more affordable to have your water hauled in, I think, and fill it, but it would be to your benefit to have a lawn meter put in. And this is the water that bypasses your house, it doesn't go in your sewer, because your bill has water and sewer.
yeah.
This just charges for water.
Okay.
And I had a meter put in, and you might want to check with the clerk on how much that costs, but my whole meter that I put in, plus the pipe and all that stuff they did, was probably around $700.
Okay.
And that's why I was kind of curious as to whether, were you gonna, every time you had to tap off your pool, were you gonna have someone bring in the water, or were you gonna need another system?
Gotcha.
Too much.
So what, I contacted the clerk about the water meter then?
Yeah,
Okay.
and our men here can put it in for you, and it charges you, it charges for usage. So if you use less than 1,000 gallons, it charges you for 500 gallons. If you use 1,500 gallons, it charges 15. There's no minimum to it. And that's because you should be able to, we're wanting you to use the water, and but it doesn't pass through your sewer. So it's, I have that on my property too. And my thing is I use less than 1,000 gallons of water, and I end up I use 1,020 gallons every month at my house, I have to pay for, 2. And then I have the sewer that's in the house, but I have a yard meter too. And sometimes I only use $3.50 worth of water out of my garden. But if it went through the meter, it would have been, $20.
Yeah, that's when you just mentioned your garden, yeah, I always had a big garden every year, so this will take my garden space away too, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not a big expense, it helps the city, it sells some water for us, that you're not hosed for the sewer part, so. But it's paid off for me over the years, I think, I don't know if I paid you $700 back in your water usage.
Yeah.
I put it in about 15 years ago, but I have big gardens, or had big gardens, and it will benefit you in a dry year, especially.
Yeah.
The topping your pool off, you can throw 1,000 gallons in there for whatever our rate is.
What's the install period for, like, if I were to say I needed, a meter, like, do you know, like, how long that would take?
The clerk is, go ahead.
Usually,
You can ask him directly, he's the guy that does it.
Oh, gotcha.
So anyways, the way that works is we actually contract out to install a meter. So the thing about it is, you, as if you're wanting a second meter, you would have to pay for the cost of the tapping fee,
Yeah.
the saddle, the line running to the meter setter, the pit, lid frame and lid.
So what would be a rough estimate of that?
Rough estimate of that for 3/4, you're looking at probably about $1,000. Anyways, that's just cost of material.
Gotcha.
And that's a reference. That's not because every 30 days that changes. The cost could go up, the cost could go down. Right now, the cost is going up right now and stuff, so.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it that way, you could actually buy the material now, and then when you're ready to stick it in, then we can stick it in. So anyways, but we can actually get the material at our cost, which would be a little cheaper.
Yeah.
It's not as much, but anyways, because that up there is a 6-inch PVC line, SDR 21, so I know the saddle size for that too, so, and
Okay.
3/4.
And you're in the new part of town, so you're already,
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Right.
good.
Yeah, so it wasn't what you guys were talking about earlier with the meters and everything, like, that's not an issue up that
No.
area? Okay.
No.
got the main and everything. This old part of town is really kind of unique, it's all up in the hills and all that kind of stuff, and the house lots are all kind of weird, there's not a uniformity to them.
Oh, sorry,
That's
Ryan.
okay.
So Marcus, we're sitting here looking at the map, and we have a sewer gravity fed that goes in behind your house there. So anyways, there's manholes back there, which I can come up there probably this weekend and actually look for them. And I can get the distance, because by the size of your pool and everything, your oversized in measurement.
I can point where the manholes are back there if you want.
Yeah.
You are just.
There's a back corner, it's like a back
Oh,
corner.
right.
Yeah, so we got 2 manholes, which is, one is behind Brewster's and the other one's like right here, and we got one out front.
Right.
We just want to make sure
This
we're
back corner back here is where one manhole is, but it's like almost right on the line. But my kid swings it, it's right down here,
Yeah.
so.
So the thing about it is, it's just for us to actually get a measurement on that, because we don't want you to be within so many feet of that, right away of that.
Be out here by midnight?
We don't want to.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I got you.
And I hope that you're able to do
He's
it.
he's close to the
It's just,
sewer.
that way we can be on the same page.
Yeah, I understand.
Show a man.
Because these lines not being rude, but the way they are on maps, they're not very straight. So, like I was telling Adam here, I think it kind of angles over a little bit towards your house a little bit more.
So you open this up.
Yeah, I see
It's a
him
little
down there.
It's a little closer up. So this is the way my house sits. I'm sorry. So this would be where the pool is right here. Here's where the line was, and they come down here. The manhole is actually down here in the corner of this. So you're probably looking at about 75 feet away from the pool.
And we'll measure, and I'm sure we'll.
We just want to make sure.
We want to make sure, because we don't want you, because that manhole right there is about almost 8.5 foot, because the other one that's on the front side of you is almost 9 foot. Anyways, because the gravity flow.
Gotcha.
So we just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah. Because we don't want you to, put that in, because you got your
Yeah,
hard,
just far enough.
hard bottom, and then you got your,
Oh,
over,
right.
we put dig on there, just so we, put your concrete in. We just want to make sure you're not, there's some reason they put that for expansion and everything else with it, on that line. But we can look at that and see and make sure, and I'm sure there's room we can adjust or something, they can probably adjust. It shouldn't be that bad.
we'll just cover both ends here, so that way, maybe Thursday or Friday, we'll be here.
So
I
next
can
week?
come up there with measurements,
Okay.
and then get a hold of you
Yeah.
if you're at home or whatever, or we can leave you a message to let you know that you're good, so.
So when would I get, like, when would I get my approval, like, once you guys figure that out, like, cause the fence guy has to, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, I should have done my homework further, I should have presented this to you whenever I was, like, the pool became an idea, but it's kinda on the time frame, cause you know, with anybody right now, a lot of fencing people, they have to book out a couple months in advance. I just need to send them, I don't wanna pay them for my deposit, you know, but I also don't wanna lose them.
Yeah, I
So-
understand. I think don't we have to dig right up there anyways?
Yeah, you're gonna have to put a date right up there.
Yeah, so I'll just put a dig right in routine, so, you know, how far it might be next, maybe end of the week we'll get to it. And I'll put it in for the city as
And
routine.
the other
Or
factor is,
excavation.
the other factor is too, I don't know exactly where Brewer Water at runs there because they're not in connection with us like when they come off back off that hill. So I don't know exactly where their water main's at back in there.
Okay. So we're gonna do some research, but we'll go ahead and, you know, get the ball rolling with the dig right. We'll call it in on that, and then that way, your contractor, if he wants to, he can, he might have to do a routine, you know, it'll be a routine, just come back out, Margaret, we'll mark and flag, whatever.
Okay,
we
well, I
need.
appreciate that, yeah.
But we'll get this taken care of, like I said, what we figured out is just by what you sent me, and then I kinda, how St. Genevieve, because he works for St. Genevieve Water,
Yeah.
and that, you know, we come up with your, I figured 3 contractors, the building, the excavation permit, square footage and all that, new construction, and with the, concrete, it's been 868, and that combines everything, even if you need an extension, that's 90 days, just let us know, we'll extend it.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have to double pay, it's not like that, it's not like, go that mess, whatever.
I got you.
It's an easy process, but you want a few that have in-ground pools, so we want to be precise with it, you know?
Yeah.
So one, you don't have run into any problems on easements, and then 2, you know, we're far enough away from sewer, but I think we will be. But we'll check it out and see.
Okay.
So, does that work for you, Marcus?
Yeah,
You've
that's
been here
fine.
forever, but if you want to, since we got, is this for us?
Yeah, those are yours.
So, what's your, is this your current, right, oh, that's your concrete.
Is my number not on there?
Full star, front
Top.
excavating. Look in
No.
here. No, I got coordinates.
Yeah, sorry, 573
Okay.
429 3827.
I don't know what your availability is.
You
but-
can call me whenever.
Yeah, we'll go up and kind of get that, and then,
And I can reach you whenever.
Yeah.
So,
'cause I think we were up there that day, the water main got hit by Spectrum, I think he was
Yeah.
to talk to you that day.
Yeah, you may have been talking, yeah, cause I was talking to him, I think, that was like, was that last year or the year before?
No, it's been
Oh,
2
Spectrum, yeah.
Yeah, remember
I
they hit
do remember that, yeah.
There's still a missile on the ground right in front of his house. His house. That was a mess.
Yeah.
But no, we wanna make that, see, that's a sort of thing right there. One little thing called.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
But it's just where your over dig is. We wanna make sure you're okay with that, so. Cause, I mean, it's everything looks good to me. What do you guys think? I know you're probably tired, but
Very detailed, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome,
This
thank
is,
you.
yeah, this is the way it should be, you bring the thing.
I mean, it's what I usually bring. If I.
Who's the alderman for that area?
Alderman, that's Ward 2, isn't it?
That'd be Alderman Bergman and Alderman Rosalie,
Okay.
right there.
They're the ones that came up with your water idea, so.
Just curious, when
I love
there's
these
one
things.
thing to mention.
Yeah.
You'll be one of maybe 5 or 6 of us that have that in the yard, but we appreciate the community. And
I hate it.
did you give the city clerk one of these? I'll give her my copy.
All I brought was 5.
All right.
That's fine,
One
I
for your file.
make copies.
How many kids you got?
2,
2.
yeah, 2 boys.
Boy, you're gonna love that pool.
Yeah.
Rose wrote down your numbers so she can give you a call.
Yeah.
She can call. I know what you're gonna
We're still talking about this, so I'm new to the area, I've been here for about 9 years, I guess, that's new to me. But I'm from Poplar Bluff, I sat on a rewrite a little bit, so Poplar Bluff, I sat on a revitalization of the town board and stuff like that, and I don't know if we have anything like that, but I'd be more than happy to like,
Yes.
Can you take
Okay.
my place down?
yeah, I mean, I really like the area. We looked for a home for, shoot, 2 years. I think I was in that apartment, and like anytime we would go put like a, you know, like an offer on a home, it'd sell like, this is 2019, you know?
Yeah.
And so fortunately, it was like 30 minutes after the PQs, they put it on, Facebook Marketplace of all places, you know, and I had called them, went there and made a bid. I mean, immediately I was, yes, we want it, you know, my wife hadn't even looked at it or anything like that, because we were just wanting to get in a home so bad, but we love the area, you know, and so I really like to see this area, you know, revitalized. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful part of it, like in St. John is this so constrained, you know, there's not really any, I mean, people are being moving
Space,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a space thing, and so I think it's a beautiful part of Missouri. I mean, my wife, she doesn't want to move now, because the plan was to move, you know, there, stay for a little while and then move out, you know, that's my plan anyways. But we love it, and so if you guys are, you know, have any information on, you know, want to start some sort of board or like a revitalization board, I'd be more than happy to be on board with that, so.
And, it's always good to have some new, a new eyeball on the place too, but I think we're all like that. We just started that board.
Oh, you have one? Okay.
Yes, get it back going.
Yeah, we just kind of set it up,
Gotcha.
and the board changed over, so we had new board members come in, but, yeah, so Kathy's been head of that, I'm on that board, and you're on that board.
You're soon gonna be with that
And
board.
Mark,
But it's
later on,
nice
as
to
we get
have.
closer to the season, we'll give you a call.
Awesome, that'd be great, yeah, please do.
It's nice to have, but I mean, they're used to thinking in the 90s, I think there was, but it was a 501c3 here, and a youth organization as well, but they don't have it. I mean, that's when we were a school district, had school and everything, but we don't have nothing anymore. But there's like that's your interest, you know, like there, the doc has interest here, I mean, we all do. Revitalization does help.
Well, there was one guy at one time, it was a couple years ago, he was trying to get something going. I don't know if you remember seeing him, he was making a lot of posts on Facebook. I don't even remember who the gentleman was, but like he was, he asked for like donations and I forget what it was.
Great
Like,
elders.
GoFundMe. It sounds familiar, but I'm not positive. He
Yeah,
created like some video of the history of the town or something about the flood, the fire,
yeah.
tornado and stuff, but nothing ever came of it. You know, I was a little disappointed, you know, 'cause I
Yeah.
thought that something was good was gonna come out of it, but yeah, that'd be great to get some, you know.
I don't think it came through us and the board.
No, it was on, what's going on, St. James, he's still on there, Greg Elders, he did it, but he does a lot of things, and he's a free thinker.
Yeah.
But,
He's from here.
yeah, he's originally from, his family is the Elder family,
Yeah.
yes. My sister owns their,
Yeah.
his dad's house, the former, you know, late dad.
Let me say this about our mayor though. We have never had a mayor that was this proactive about grants and helping us fund projects and stuff. So I think we're lucky. I mean, if you want to come on board, I mean, there's a way to get some things done here now that we might not have had in the past, and
Yeah,
appreciate that. I mean,
What, there's gotta be certain grants you would think for, I don't know, for towns that are like in our situation.
Revitalization, yes. We have to have boards and we have to have minutes and we have to have projects that are detailed, passed by the board, and then be able to present them. And because this revitalization group, they come to the board, but it really has to do with residents of the town, and we report to the board. So that gives us a lot of freedom to do a lot of things. If we want to do a project, we have ideas for projects, we work on that. We hope to bring other people into that. Once we gel something, we bring it to the board. If the board approves it, they may help us get funding, you know, for it. But we don't do the funding ourselves, but we work through the structure of the city.
Okay.
But yeah, this elder fellow, he had, his folks are from here, his mother's from here, and they have a love for St. Mary. You'll find out there's an awful lot of nice people living around here. You just don't see them.
Yeah, we don't venture out too much, but yeah, we're usually spend all of our weekends at Papa Bluff, but
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely would, you know, like to help out with
that would help. That's what
You get that
back
through,
around
we'll be
here
down there.
my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
our first meeting there, yeah.
I've been here my whole life, I mean, Frankie, I mean, we've been, like grandparents on the gas station on the curb, when there's all across there was buildings and businesses, now it's grass and dirt.
They had hotels, you had Dairy Queen.
Yeah, the hotel next door, the old Open Hotel, back in the 1800s, there's a lot of history in this town.
Yeah,
A lot of, you know.
Well, as I said, up on the blocks and everything, there's a lot of homes and houses and beautiful land.
Yeah, I've driven around up there and stuff, and especially that area up top of the market, that was, the market used to be or something like that. The flat top up there is like this big concrete slab up there now with.
Oh, that-
So
yeah,
Brown
that was
Shoe
so-
Company used
yeah.
to be, and there was
Yeah.
the antique mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of
Yeah, if
potential.
you drive on past that cemetery road in the back, big old farms that comes into Z Road there, it's really kind of pretty, up where you live is pretty.
Yeah, yeah, my backyard is another field, it's nice.
It's a barn, like,
Yeah, you got a nice area.
Brick farm,
Yeah,
brick back there, yeah. Well, that's always gonna be there because the Briggs have been here forever.
yeah,
But yeah, good job on this, thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll be in touch, we'll take them along, like I said, we just need to make sure you're within proximity.
you guys contact me to.
Yeah, we'll contact you ahead of time and figure something out.
Okay.
Okay?
Does that mean you stick around or?
No, you're good unless you want to just hang out, we're almost done, so thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate it,
Thank you
Mark.
guys.
All right. Next, trailer on Cemetery Road. I covered that with Mr. Barnett. This is the insurance claim. I've went through 5 different insurance carriers since it's a subcontractor insurance company. I finally got a claim number. So for him saying I allowed a permit, no, it was legally brought in. So I did file damages on behalf of the city. So I'm just waiting on a response.
Is the owner of that place trying to sell it or something, or?
No, I guess it's a repo now.
Oh, okay.
And I offered him like $100 for it and he wouldn't take it. Cause I was just seeing if he sell it, but no. But it's some like trailer company, I don't know what they are. Anyway, but this is what we got on that, that's all I have. I have a chain of, I've been through so many brokers, so I got to the end of, this contractor policy and I've been in contact with him. I mean, he can't, I told him he's gotta do something. I know the county's wanting something done, they're on my butt about moving it, I can't move it. I mean, it'd probably tip over a break. I mean, Trish Bruzette offered to buy just to get rid of it out of the way. And offered him $1,500 and I still wouldn't take it. And pay it, so.
Well, I mean, how you get it out of it? Anyway,
All right, move next. Portable speed bumps. We have work on them. If you guys have any ideas where to put them, since people like to be flying on their side-by-sides and still don't have stickers and doing stupid stuff through Third and Pine and you name it. So we got several. Got 2 and some rumble strips, but with all the work going on, we haven't put any in plowing too.
Well, most of the speed limits back there are like 20 miles an hour, aren't they?
Yeah, but we would have to have a cop and county don't enforce nothing, so, and I'll say that because they don't.
Yeah.
But they always pawn it off because they can't enforce the ordinance, which they can under state statute if they choose to do so, but they don't want to do that, so.
Any kids back there playing on the streets?
Oh, yeah, I mean, actually, the bus service got back to me, around this area, we have 74 kids from age 2 to almost 17, 18, 74 kids.
Wow.
well,
110 from just right outside, connecting to St. Mary Church Road and all that.
Yeah, I've got behind a school bus once.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, but, so there's quite a bit actually, because I was trying to get a consensus of how many kids there were. Because there was a grant out there just to kind of see, so we were close, but not there.
Well, back when we used to do the Easter egg hunt, we got up to where we 35 or 45 kids at the Easter egg hunt up at the park. So I know they're there, coming out, so.
it's funny, the speed bumps on, probably on Third Street.
Third Street would be a good place to start. I mean, they're already getting the cutouts as fast as they can.
And then maybe, I don't know about this one, but on 4th Street,
Yep, going up to Manor.
the Odoms, there's kids playing there for pretty consistently.
You talking about below Mr. Barnett's or above?
Above.
Okay.
Going up to the Manor, they fly going up there and coming down.
So we have the signage that says speed hump or bufflehead.
So you'd have to read it.
Yeah, but by that time they were gonna hit it, but at least the liability's off of it.
So there any other area where this kid's usually playing is by the
Eighth Street,
bridge?
I think up by Rose and.
Randy, I mean, 7th Street, like 7th Street.
So I'd start at 2 streets and then you guys should probably rotate them or move them around.
Yeah, they're portable.
Get fresher up.
I wanna see which, I bought one of each, just to see which one worked better durability wise, just to kinda.
Because it's portable.
One rolls out, you can just lay it in or mount it, and the other one you can do the same, but it comes apart. So,
Yeah, probably on 3rd and then rotate the rest, and that way it keeps people on their toes, I guess.
yeah, or an oil pan, one or two, but. But, yeah, so far, I put a post on there about that, and also their, slow down,
Yeah.
and also get their permits and for their UTVs, and I guess people don't believe in that anymore. I don't know, we'll have to address that probably later, or next
And
time.
we're putting out letters for turning off water.
Oh, is that time again for taxes?
Yeah.
Yep, so we're there. All right, update on truck parking club. The only thing I got left to do is I have to get, they use Stripe like our billing platform, like for the water here. I just need to sit, the clerks to set up whatever account they want money when if somebody does,
So
reserve
we'll
it.
start?
I've been working on it as best I can. I want to get DNR's kind of approval that's been widen that area over there. And a little bit more, to get some more, but, right now, I put 8 spaces, and there's different things, but, so it ain't live yet, but once we get the Stripe, we're deposited into the account, it will be. And it'll show up everywhere. And if they get close, the closest one I think is in Bon Terre, and then Carbondale, that's it, so. But we could always add more, areas more if they need be, we'll see how it works, but hopefully it helps, baiters, because they have to there and things like that. It'd be beneficial if they put, showers, if it turns out real good for them, So that's where I'm at on that, just gotta give them information, and they call and get the banking information for when they pay, goes straight into our city account.
Right, good.
Alright. Okay, next, status of the park. Where are we at on that, I guess, are we still, I guess I've seen you guys measuring, did you guys find a cool place?
We've kind of looked at a place down here, I don't know where that concrete, maybe it was an old well, I don't know, down there by you, where you had your trees planted on that,
Ditch.
that ditch there. So over, I don't know how to explain it.
You don't know that square there?
Yeah,
Oh, the old sawmill well, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So we were looking at an area that's going on the other side, that's like going towards south of that area.
Okay.
We had measured some areas there, and we had measured, was it 125 foot, like running along 61, that way, from north to south. And then, was it 130 foot west to east to west, yeah. In that area, with this parking, we had talked about possibly doing, coming in off of 3rd Street and putting parking there, whether it's facing, going the same way the road is going, or possibly doing it this way. But we didn't
I'm thinking
know.
more pull in,
Pull in,
because you're getting kids out of your car, you're not gonna want them out, even though it's not a busy
Either
street.
diagonal parking or parallel parking.
Either way,
We
it's
talked about that.
kids, yeah. So,
So the overall was 125 by 130 foot.
yeah,
Um,
so we got.
And if there's kids that kind of reduce the speed limit too.
Are we gonna fence that in?
Yes,
Yes, we
Yeah,
talked about fencing that in. We need need to find out about insurance for the park. I don't know, is there stipulations that they have to have, you know, for that? We didn't know.
I'm not for sure on Oakland, because the other park is just like blanket, how much they thought it was worth, or how much you thought it was worth, and you put whatever coverage on there. And that kind of burned us in the long run, because like just an axe shack had actually a water line that was in it, and all that accounts for something. So, I mean, what our payout was from insurance for that building was worth twice as much as what the insurance coverage was. So, and we didn't get it because of that. So it's like market value, actual cash value, that's what I think they base it on.
We were thinking more of people getting hurt or something, and that's what we were thinking.
Liability wise, I
Liability.
mean,
Sprain their ankles.
Right.
I think, I mean, how those things end, most,
That I don't know.
they're more firm too, because I mean, a lot of places I've seen it say, you know, not responsible for accidents or this or under
Right.
kids, and that takes some form of liability away,
I
but
mean, the only thing I can say is call up there, talk to Dave Boga, or talk to, Pam Ar.
yeah.
Have you settled on that site? Is that in concrete, or are you flexible to look at other things?
Well, we had thought about other places, but this seems to be
Yeah.
one bit visible. We thought this is more practical.
Yeah.
And there's more kids in this area around this part here, as far as.
Is it, can I ask you, I don't know who owns all the land around here or anything, but a long time ago, we talked about a play park, and it was where the old high school used to be, the old school. And I don't know if that's probably owned or what, but
That we own as called the public square.
yeah. I don't know if you ever looked at that, but at one point we did about 20 years ago, and I don't know why it didn't go through, but it seemed to be a perfect place for a play park at the time. We weren't talking about the highway or anything, we were talking about more in town where that is. Do you know where that's at? Where the high school was?
You talking about down there where that vacant lot they were next to my dad's
Yeah,
house?
so-
We had talked about that too,
Yeah.
but our concern was parking. There's, you know, one entrance in there, getting in there to get parking. The driveway that goes through there to his house.
Mhm.
That was another concern, and I brought that up to Abby, you know, a couple times in the meetings, but,
Yeah.
because when you had to swing in
I
there,
didn't know if it was
so.
big enough to even have a
And
park,
if,
but.
and if there, it is big enough,
Yeah.
but, and we had talked about, with that flooding of that,
Creek or whatever.
creek over there, yes, that.
Did that lot flood?
It does, at times. I don't know if it did this last one or not, I can't remember, I honestly don't remember.
It would be a pretty area for a park, I think, but, you know, it has to work. Yeah, you gotta drive into it, you gotta get out and can't have it flood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, we didn't really do any research, but that came up several times. And that, to tell you the truth, I don't know exactly where it's located. I just knew it was near your folks' house, someplace over there. That's good. But where you're talking about right now is, where,
So
the
like,
curve of the
okay,
road?
So this is the curb.
Yeah.
It would not be like on 61, it
Sure.
would be in from that area. Same way it would not be around this bend here, it'd be out, you know, be a little farther, because that was a big concern for me too.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be a distraction for drivers.
Yeah.
So that's why we put it in farther, away from 61 and down,
Yeah,
away from that curb.
that's pretty basic. We put some flowers in there and
Right.
decorated it up.
And there is a tree here, there's that, I don't know, palm tree?
I know this one down here is a pecan, I know that. I know
So
that.
there's a couple of trees that are there.
One is a pecan, the other is like a willow or something.
Okay.
It's pretty soggy there.
Would the truck park that we're talking about be anywhere near this curve?
Cross. Oh,
Across the
I
street.
thought it was.
yeah, it's cross it and
It's
over.
right across the,
From over here where
So, yeah, so the Bader's is way over here.
Yeah.
It would be, the
Yeah.
truck park would be over this area.
Can we talk about the truck park too? Is that part of your thing? We all on that?
yeah, I mean, we can, I don't know.
Since it's kind of in conjunction with this, the truck park is a great idea. A great idea to use that land that we can't use because trucks are mobile and they can be moved around. And have you ever seen a Sonic where you drive in and you order your food and it gets delivered to you and stuff? Well, we could do that with a truck park right there with an entrance down here, but not here, but up a little, for trucks to go to the back way there and just kind of turn in and then leave the other way. But if we could afford to be able to put a little credit card thing where people can pull in and just pay their own bill directly, and it goes to our bank account, and, you know, we could, you know, can police that. There's a lot of other things that I've seen them done. When I had my business, one day someone called me, they said, Brian, do you want to be on the cross-continental bikeway? And I said, what's that? They said, the bike route from Richmond, Virginia to someplace in Oregon, you know, it goes across here. And I said, well, what's that going to do for me? They said, well, it's free to be on the map, and, you know, and I said, well, sure. So they put my bed and breakfast on the map, and every summer, I had people that were coming across the Chester Bridge, driving right along here, going through the cross-continental bikeway, staying there. And just like with this, our town, lots of trucks come through here. I don't know if they're locals, I don't know where they're going from, Roulette, and I see all those different companies. But if we had 10 spaces or 8 spaces.
I never have for 8 depending on what they are, how they
And
are.
we could look into the electronics involved and really do a nice spot for them to pull off and be able to pull out, pull in, park, and leave. I bet we would have some overnighters. Right now we do. We have a truck or two there
Yeah.
every weekend or something. But we could direct them, and you're right. It could start a little cottage industry there, going to Bader's or a food truck being there or other things happening that could bring some money in. And just like with camper sites, we almost let them monitor themselves, you know, with pay. But if we did advertise it on those trucker maps, where you know, they get on the computer, the map.
Once it would be live to everybody.
Yeah, and it says, you know, St. Mary, well, I'm sure that people will, instead of going across Chester Bridge and goes, well, I'll just stay there tonight instead of going all the way over to Ozora or something like that. So there is I think there could be a market for it, and it could be some income for us, and not a small amount, but you're charging a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to grow it later on with other stuff being there, electric or whatever, we could do that too. In the meantime, just a way to collect the money. But if you need some help on that, I would be glad to work with you on that.
Yeah, I did the fees, what they suggested, but like they do truck and trailer, what you want and how you know.
Yeah.
But what we have in square footage over there, what I measure of GIS, I mean, we gotta turn around, it will go live once it goes live. And
Yeah.
the priority numbers get notified when they get within a 50-mile radius of here, or 100-mile, set it whatever you want.
Yeah.
We're close to 55, we're close to the junction, so it's, like I said, Bonterra's got one, Saint way up north, and then Carbondale.
We could probably learn from them.
Yeah, Bader's considered breakfast
Yeah.
and stuff. so.
Because that's their big kicker was breakfast for Bader's for a long time, and then I don't know what happened, but maybe that would help them out potentially. And, you know, even, I know it sounds stupid, porta potty at times, because, I mean, we don't have bathroom facilities over there.
Right.
Dairy Queen used to be over there, but I mean, I look at different ones and just like online, they have you can subscribe to a newsletter and how people turn like their backyard into it or their back 40 and then, you know, there's nothing there a lot and then they all of a sudden they're expanding and going anywhere, you know. Utilizing empty space for something better.
Yeah, I was always wondering, where do these trucks go? You know, where are they coming from and where are they going, you know? They come right through town, and it must be short hauls.
Some are long, up to Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, all the way down south, southern Illinois, I mean, you got Mississippi line. You got a lot of different transport companies, and then we got some people in town that live here. You know, I know one of the guys, my neighbor, he works for one, you know, Beelman, but other than that, I think there was somebody else that had a truck there at one time, I don't know.
That's the one that was up by Aaron Cliff.
But, you know, they look at the amenities, and that's how they score you. You know,
Yeah.
they kinda go from there,
You have to have something happening.
and then, so I took pictures, and it kind of looked better than what they were. And then I took pictures of Bader showing that's food available, and, you know, and it's a lidded area in a way, and it's not like out in the boonies where there's no, because they do extra patrol there.
Well,
So-
it's easy on, easy off.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so, and it is, and if they run out of time, they can pull in, so.
I didn't want to take away from the park. I was just thinking.
Yeah, sorry.
I was just thinking that We definitely want the park to be not across the street from the truckers.
No.
That would be on
No.
down here someplace, but I'm glad we're working on both of those things, so.
And we had also talked about pulling the old swings, if we can, if that's something that's not a liability. Pulling the old
Get new
swings from the-
swings, yeah, get new swings.
and getting the new swings while we're using the frames from the old park,
Yeah,
the old teeter-totter frame.
yeah, that should
That'll
work.
save a little money, maybe if we could do that,
Yeah,
to put in there.
'cause I think, yeah, they should, it's just a hinge of wood and it is.
Yeah, and part of the hinge, I think, when we looked, I think part of the hinge is still there on the teeter-totter, yes, and same with the swings. They
We were
have,
talking about adding on and then putting like a circle swing, like, I don't
A saucer
see handicap,
swing.
yeah, saucer swing for
Yeah,
kids that can't see.
It would be convenient for kids, and plus we could keep our eye on them.
Mhm.
You know, they're not stuck out in the woods someplace, you know, at the park. So,
we talked about also, we were gonna have to have porta potties.
yeah.
Check into that, see. And, eventually having a pavilion there, and we can make money off of the pavilion. If we have electricity put there, we can have, a birthday party, whatever.
Have it high enough that,
Yeah.
when it floods, that it's not gonna affect it.
Those are some things that we talked about, but we need to know exactly the amount. I know you had said at one point there was 27, but then in the notes there's 29, and then on one paper in here it says 39.
So.
And the insurance was different than FEMA.
Yeah. The insurance, I think was 20 or so, give or take. I don't know for sure, but I know this whole package here was
Put
taken
the
out.
parking there, porta potty out.
So,
Can't be permanent.
okay, after
Because
the,
it's gotta flow, it's gotta be flow through.
so it's 29, 271.89 plus the 20, or I believe it's 20. I have to look into it, it's in QuickBooks, we were gonna open up that special fund. Yeah, so we gotta get that done, so then we'll have an actual number, we're gonna open a specific account just for that, so that money goes in there, yeah.
Okay. Because we can't do anything, other than just looking at ideas
Yeah.
until we know an exact amount. And also, like I said, we were talking about the insurance, the liability on the park. Because did we have to have insurance value for this park?
We combined it with everything, it was like combined in general with,
Oh, okay, so it'd be covered under like a.
it's an umbrella insurance with
Okay.
the city, with everything, they have just different rider policies, it's
Okay.
custom insurance. So,
Fence is what's gonna cost.
you just like, okay, the tier tower was worth this much, and so on, and so on, and so on, and square area, and what you think the ground's worth, and stuff like that.
And then you had also talked about a grant for us to get picnic tables and benches and,
There was some pretty good.
Yeah.
oh, yes, and we looked at those picnic tables down there at the other park, and
They're
they're
still
very,
nice.
very nice.
Yeah, there's still
Would you
some,
say
they're
there's
good, in the first pavilion,
Mhm,
that we
yes.
found, yeah, there's a couple of them that are rotted, but I don't know.
But I think that some of those boards can be replaced.
They can,
The frames
yeah.
are good.
The frames are good, yeah, so we can
Just
reuse
replace the
them.
boards.
Right.
So Jess was just seeing that, when they kept sending that to us, kinda like in books,
Mhm.
so.
So there we could save some money,
Yeah.
to do.
And you could put a couple of benches though out
Right.
there, so mamas can watch their kids and stuff.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
And we had talked about getting the recycled,
Oh, ground.
the ground, the
okay.
recycling, the material for that. Instead of being rocks or, cinders or whatever that is.
Wood chips or anything.
Wood
like
chips,
that.
that's what it is, wood chips, yeah.
is it wood chips?
No, instead of wood chips or,
The recycled rubber?
yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know exactly how much that would cost us.
I'll look at DNR, because I know they got a tire, or like a rubber recycling program where they get rid of most of the carcinogens, and they seal it, it's like a rubber mulch or rubber pellets and that, so. I thought I'd seen something on there, the recycling, it's like the initiative they're doing, kinda like they're turning everything into trash cans and whatnot, benches, which is crazy. I knew they used to do tracks that way, but I didn't think they do it now, so, but I'll check into that and look and sure we got 29,271.89. So for the park. Because at the end, we'll get our, about 25% back on category Z, which is manpower, like cleanup and all that. That's on a different category, so. So this is a good proposal. So, right there. Alright. Is there anything else on the park?
No.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Or who's responsibility? Alright,
Wait, Adam, when did you say that you needed to have the information about the benches? Was it by the end of the month or something, or March, or?
that's what Jess told me, and I didn't know what to go through, you know, they had it open. They still have one open, I think, I'll go back on.
Okay.
But I looked at a couple of them, and she said she needed that paper back. I thought there was another one here. They usually send them every month,
Oh,
because of new style, or new color, or this and that. So,
okay.
but we don't need benches, I mean,
Well, we talked about that some days ago.
yeah. But we can look and see, I mean, they're reasonable, they're not too bad, I think. Trying to think, anything else on the park is getting that number, which we'll get that number set in stone, and then that way you guys get something to figure on. And then we also got the park CD coming up to renew, and then the park balance, so. Alright. I'm moving on. I'm skipping over 26-001, bill number ordinance 420, so we can come with consensus. So that's, if you want to table that, I need a motion to table, or if you want to kill it, or whatever. What do you want to do?
I'd make a motion to table that because there's just some small adjustments that need to be made on that.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Motion made, second, all in favor? Any opposed?
And what about the one for establishing meeting hours and stuff like that, the 26-004?
Oh, I didn't get it on there.
It's not on here.
So, I can,
That's an
That was
oversight.
on the, work session.
When we're sitting here and transfer over,
yeah,
you know,
So, I guess technically that needs to be formally put on the agenda instead of, I don't think we can have it right now.
no, 26-004.
So,
It's,
I'd make a motion to transfer bill number 26-004, one regarding meeting procedures.
It can't be voted on, sorry,
Yeah.
the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's next one.
We can't vote on the next one.
Okay.
Yes, so I make a motion that we transfer that to the next meeting.
Yeah, so there's.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made, seconded, to transfer to the next meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
No, motion passes. All right, the new business is that resolution 26-005, to accept First Aid Committee bank proposal for payment to Jokers. Option number 3, amended from original options. That's all that we changed.
make a motion to pass that.
sorry.
Motion,
Oh,
you guys,
if you can.
I'll make a motion,
okay.
pass that.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thanks. Motion passed. Resolution. Emergency management, I'll just start on that while he's doing his. Like I said, I've been working with FEMA, I've been trying to get hold, but they're kind of nowhere to be found right now. Other than that, I've been, just, the guy's been out, checking things out. Also, you know, with the storms, you know, and Jody's also been helping. He went out the other night over the island and we made sure the tornado siren went off, and, you know, and I kind of put on the, you know, Facebook page, made people aware of what's going on as well at the same time. Other than that, I'm trying to work some more rural development and stuff to do with like a shelter, in case there's a storm shelter or, something happens, we can utilize something. Because sometimes the church isn't always available, and with the way the weather is, you never know. You see people buying tornado tubes. So, not everybody has basements, so that's what I've been doing on that. The only other thing I'd like to add is, on this one, I'm gonna contact the water district, because I found this from October 2008 that was sent to us by Mr. Ron Weiler, that flushing and hydrants and also water use for fires and everything can be, notated back to them. And it says we are not going to bill you for the water you turn in. So since 2003, this is a reminder. This is flushing hydrants and also total use per month. So this says they would furnish us a form that you could fill out. At the time, that was Mr. Woods, and I think he dropped the ball on this because they haven't heard anything about it since. I think, Frankie, you were fire chief or battalion, where you in when that went on?
I think assistant chief or chief.
Yeah. So what this does is let them know so they don't have to report it as losses. So I'm gonna talk to them, because when we flush and stuff in the past, we've been in charge. And we put 40,000 gallons through a flush. When we have a test we gotta do. So we've been charged for the past, and so this letter is a legal document showing flushes and fire department use in 2008 and 2003. So this whole time, we could have been reporting it and probably getting a loss, but I don't see anything that redacts that from their obligation to honor that. So I'm gonna ask about that. Other than that, that's all I got. Doc, street department.
Nothing new on that, other than the repairs of junk that's
Okay. Nothing new.
Can I ask the street department a couple of questions here?
Sure.
Who handled the snow removal this year? We had that, well, we only had one big snow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who handled all that?
Well, all of us did.
All of us,
Yeah.
You three?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I was trapped up there, man. Trapped like a rat. It was like- That was one heck of a snow, I don't know if it was.
Oh, it was. It took a lot. We were out over probably 20 hours. I know Doc was out a long time too.
Are all your equipment closed in where you don't freeze to death while you're doing it? You're in a closed
The
truck?
tractor's great, it's nice and toasty in there. Yeah.
How did our new equipment work that we bought last year?
Well, nobody died yet,
Yeah.
so hypothermia. It's working well. Other than the plow we've had some issues with, it's just so heavy, but we gotta been having issues with some of the solenoids, and we're working on that. Eric, I don't know.
The plow, the way it's set up, it's with the frigid temperatures we had, it kept freezing up the solenoids in different areas and stuff like that, and causing the plow not to work properly. And that plow is a little too heavy for the front of that particular truck. It's actually made for a 1-ton versus a 2,500.
Did we get it cleaned up and stored away after we used it?
Yes.
Yeah. We're talking about the salt that has really affected those things over the years.
It's actually in the garage over here,
Yeah,
and it was washed off before I pulled it off.
But we have something to work with.
Yes, yeah, we have something to work with, and maybe if we get a decent deal on something lighter, plow-wise, it's cheap, it's just used, something
Yeah.
lightly, to get rid of the heavier one where that one can handle it a little bit better. It does a good job, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it does freeze up because it's working pretty hefty, especially.
Did we have to do our own highway through here, 61?
Yeah, me and Eric did it because MoDOT didn't come through here, and then the fire truck had a call, and we plowed 61 because MoDOT never come through here.
Huh.
It was bad, because they were, when they have a fire,
We had possible, there's another fire right there on Second Street, but I think it came a CO problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we plowed both ends from right past your house and back in, just up the hill to Zeke, because people were spinning out, because the MoDOT just let it go. I mean,
Did they salt it ahead of time, or whatever they usually do?
no.
They did?
They
Well,
base juiced it, but
yeah.
with that kind of freeze, it don't work that long.
No.
How many inches do you think we have?
The hill at the grade road, I measured 17 on top up there by Jeff.
That's what drips.
It's drifts, but I know at least 13 to 14.
Yeah. I know at my house it was about 4.
18? That much?
Oh, I thought it was 8 to 10, but
I have
Oh,
I don't know why yeah.
I know, it's quite a bit.
My deck is off the ground quite a bit, and it was almost to the top of the deck in the back,
Yeah,
so
so it was-
maybe it hanged up there.
I measured about 12 and a half at my house.
But you did, yeah, so it's just a little bit everywhere. But,
Well, we appreciate your service, man.
well, did you have any other questions for,
No.
okay. All right. Water, wastewater, Frankie, you want to do that one?
So anyways, on the water, we fixed a leak over here on, Main Street at Mrs. Sherry's house over there. We, told you about the issues we'll go during the work session on that part. There was a water leak on, Third Street. It was due to jokers accidentally hitting a water service line when they were digging a ditch. We got a witch line because we ain't got a locator, so I can't get exact on where that line's at, so you might be 2 foot off with witching. You might be dead on. I mean, it's, because our last locator, that we had, I guess the employees, after, I left and then, Mr. Rosenzweig left, I guess left it in the truck and the batteries, rotted inside of it and tore it up. So I know Adam and I, we were trying to clean it up to fix it, and it worked a little bit, but then it just quit on us. So it was going to cost more to get it fixed than it was to go out and get a different one. So the other thing is too is that situation down there with jokers. When they hit that, they pulled it out of the cork stop. We went ahead and Adam and Eric went ahead with jokers, fixed it. They just abandoned it from the house. It's a house down there, it's falling apart. I don't see anybody living in there anytime soon, so we just abandoned it for the time being. We didn't take it back to the meter again. So anyways, on that. The other thing is Tower 2, we drained out. We drained it out, no water except for what's in the bottom of it right now. The Ozark applicator's coming in Thursday to inspect it and wash it out and do an inspection on it. Hopefully it comes back
the tower,
good. Yeah.
this Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday. They're gonna be up there, they'll probably have their platforms and stuff, they're gonna be washing the inside and stuff out, checking, welds and everything, the floor, doing their inspection of what we need done to it, if anything. The other thing is too, is this here, you guys can look at,
Was this the first time it's ever been open?
that I know of.
Okay, I didn't know if,
Are we doing the other tower too?
No, that will be in the future here, probably next year. We're on a rotation to where they do an inspection and clean out this time, and then next year might be Tower 1 up there. So anyways, what's in that little one, that is calcium. That's a calcium problem that we get. I mean, it's hard water, can't help it. The other is settlement, basically rust, iron that's settled down at the bottom of the tower. So anyways, there's, which Adam's got pictures, he can send them to you, I can send them to you, it don't matter. So Eric and I, the other day, last Friday, we opened the tower all the way up, to help out Ozark applicators, get the tower open, tell them it's drained and everything, make sure it's drained, to their specs. And we got inside, we actually looked up at the tower, got pictures. The tower don't look near as bad as I thought it would be, on my perspective. I mean, I'm not a certified inspector of knowing what I'm looking at, as in the dimensions of paint and stuff, but, it looked decent or what I could tell, as in me looking at it. And I've been in some towers, that been pretty messed up. But the thing about it is they'll come in, they'll do their washing, they'll suck it all out, get down to the bare floor, and they'll do their inspection, and then they will let us know that day if we can go ahead and put it back in operation or not. Have to close it up. So anyways, that's their spec. When they do their inspection, that'd be their advice if we do put it back in service, because it's good integrity or they need to do something else to it. They're really good. They're a really good tower company. I mean, I've never heard bad feelings about them. I think they did us a heck of a deal on whenever we was doing the contract with them of what they're going to do. So that tower there, the whole time that I've ever been here, I've never seen that tower opened up.
So road engineer never opened that up
Yeah.
and did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically what you're seeing there is, like I said, the iron, the rust that comes off. There might be a little bit of paint in there, anemic paint, flaked off. Basically, what's in there and the footage of what that is actually better than what I thought it was going to be when I was looking at it. We thought it was going to be right up to the manhole, anyways, but it wasn't. The other thing is too, is the problem with that right there, what you're seeing there in the calcium buildup, and I mean, it looked like over in the one corner, it looked like it was just a bunch of salt just laying there. So in the bottom of that tower, which Adam's got the pictures, I got the pictures too, there's one pipe a foot above the floor, in and out. There's no overturn in that tower, so they're not a stir in there, no nothing. So basically, water coming in, water going out, it can't actually turn itself over. So like Tower 1 does up here. So I guess after the inspection, we'll see what they say on that too. I do know whenever we start filling this tower back up, if they give us the go ahead, we will start filling. When we get to that point of getting past 20 PSI on that tower, because after 20, below 20 PSI is under boil water advisory on the tower. The other thing is too, is we'll get it up past 20 PSI, we'll kill the tower again, we'll take a special sample, back key sample off of it, make sure we're good, and then we can put it back in operation. So anyways, but we'll let those applicators give us their recommendations on what we need to do on that part. The other thing is too, county water, we'll be having our meter tested the first week of April. I know we've been having some pauses on readings, bouncing back and forth. 1 minute I think we got a leak, next minute we don't have a leak. Back again, with the usage and what I was looking at last year, the year before on usage, it ain't making no sense. So anyway, I talked to the head water operator for up there, talked to him about it. We're gonna get it tested. They'll have to test it on site because it is a 6-inch meter, so they can't take it somewhere and test it. They'll have to test it on site. So the rep will be down here to test it April 1st or first week of April sometime. So that's all I got from him. The other issue on the water side at 121 Cemetery Road, we had a sinkhole started. Basically, I was up there doing some work at the meter pit, and I looked over and seen a collapse in the ground. It's actually on top of our water main. Eric and Adam came up. We discussed what we're going to do with it. Basically, the ground eroded out and went to the creek, and the whole ground collapsed. You can see the water main. It happened years ago with the tower up here. It happened. Don't know if rodent got in the ground, made a hole, and then the pressure from all the rain getting down in there. We're gonna address that this week. Last weekend, we was gonna address it, but then they was calling for that big thunderstorm coming in, and it's all terraces, and I didn't want all the dirt to wash to the creek and wash the whole thing out, so, but we're gonna address that. The other issue is, on the sewer side now, around, sludge hauling. I had to contact, O'Neill, Septic, to get with him on setting a date whenever we can start hauling sludge. We're pretty well at our max limit on, the sludge holding bin. We're at 6 foot sitting on that, and I can't dump no more on that, so we've been dumping into the holding bins, and the only reason why this all took place and happened the way it did, something must have came into the system, or something got dumped on us or something. We had a really high reading on our sludge and our clarifier, so it was dumping every other day, and getting us all back down to level. So right now we're down to 3.5 foot. Back on the clarifier, we was sitting at almost 7 foot anyways, and that was dumping every other day. So we only can dump one day and then decant the next and then dump again. So it was kind of throwing us off. We didn't know if the weather was doing it or something got dumped on us. Perryville did help us out with testing some samples for me. So I didn't have to send them to the lab and get them tested, and I was fortunate enough to let me bring samples to them, and they helped us out because it would have costed us hundreds of dollars to get these samples figured out through them. The other issue is the UV room. I know Adam's talked to Matt, T.G. Rankin guy that comes down and services our UV bulbs in the system. Got to start that up I wanted to get it started up at least the end of the month here before April 1st, so that way I know everything's working properly, because we got to have it in operation April 1st. So anyways, grinders, had to put in a new starter relay up at 960 apartment 1 grinder. Replaced it. 863 H Street, had to replace the starter relay. Don't know if the grinder's trying to go out on it, or we got a contact issue going on. It's starting to pop fuses, and I already did the heat sensor horseshoe on it to try to get it, and it's still doing it, so might be having to replace the grinder there. 490 Pine, had to replace one float, and then we had up on 4th Street, had a couple of calls up there, lights going off and popping a breaker, so we've been taking care of them issues, so that's all I have.
Okay, for you. This is off the subject maybe, but how much water pressure should we get in our house from our water system, just general?
So technically in reality, if you live on the hill next to the water tower, after that water line comes across, you probably might see about 45, 50 PSI.
That's what I get.
So anyways, I'm like on the hill at my house is about 45. Anybody down below might be 50, 55. And up in the subdivision, we've got 45 up there. Now, if we got the other towers and I just did a pressure test because of this tower being down.
Okay.
Because right now, we're only running off one tower, so I had to raise the footage in the tower up here to accommodate the pressure for up there. So if we got both towers running, we run around 50, 55 PSI. You know, in general, depends on what time the towers fill up and, you know, where it's sitting at during the day and water usage. But technically, in reality, if you're DNR specs, you could have only 25 PSI, and there's nothing that, I mean, if you got 25 PSI, there's, you know, we're not out of compliance. I mean,
No.
So, but a lot of times, you being on the hill next to the tower, your pressure is going to be a little lower than if you're away from the tower.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's normally what it runs around.
I have a ladder tank with a pump in there, and so when water's being used out of that ladder tank, shower and whatever, it'll drop down to around, I think it's probably 40 or something like that, and then it'll pump back up to 80. I think it's 80. And because all the rooms are on and all the showers are going, you need that much pressure for it to work. I was just curious on what, it's been so long, what normally comes in, but 45 is pretty good pressure.
Yeah, and county, with them pushing pressure into us, they have, I think it's like a 90 some to 120 PSI on their line. But the houses, the older houses cannot handle that kind of pressure. We'll start the old fixtures out.
Yeah.
And so that's what they, so like on some of the water system that we have to have pressure regulators on when it's coming to us because.
Oh, back, it's too much, yeah.
Too much.
I know that I lowered mine since I don't have the rooms now because it's not necessary.
Yeah.
So it runs up to maybe, it'll go up to 60 and stop. As I use the water to go back down and pop back up again, but I'll get good pressure, but I'm just curious. I just know my water pressure was good before I did that system. And I never really knew what the pressure was. Yeah. So, thank you.
Is there a drain in the bottom of that thing?
So there's a drain in the bottom of that tank, but even if we open the drain up at the bottom of that tank, it's gonna still have water in it. And they're gonna be using water anyways, and it helps them flush that out, you know, with having water. The only thing is the only way we was able to drain it is there's a flush hydrant there. And the 8-inch valve is on the backside of the tower that comes in there. So we was able to flush that tower down further than what normally you can flush a tower down to, but, or empty a tower out to. So anyways, other than that, I mean, and then the other issue up there, which I'm working on that, me and Adam there's been working on that. There's a pressure regulator switch on the back of it. Having a heat lamp in there and stuff, dried the plastic out and snapped it. Anyways, it was kind of my fault, but not my fault. I was trying to take the pressure gauge off, so we put a new pressure gauge on, and it snapped it. But basically, it's the same transducer we use at the tower up here. So we're gonna order one, or if I got my extra one down, I think I did. We're gonna add that in there and plug it in when we get ready to open the tower back up.
And is there like a snorkel filler or something? If you have your pipes down at this level, do you have to raise one higher in order to get it to recycle?
Yeah, so
properly?
basically what you have to do is take half the height of the tower to get your circulation. So we'd have to have one filler pipe, which would be your stack pipe, and then you'd have your drain pipe. So basically the way that tower's set up there, on the one side you have your stack pipe up, and anyways it free falls, and then over on our side of the tower, it has it where it's about a foot off the floor too. So that's where you get your circulation. That tower don't get circulation, that's the reason why that tower there kind of frustrates me sometimes with the chlorine in it, because it don't.
Yeah, but it couldn't be retroactively modded to match the other one?
It'd be a big cost. It'd be a really
We
big.
think it was intended originally as a spot of a well, or like an area that's rusted past the tank, but we don't know for sure. That was probably gonna be for that.
Okay.
So, but, yeah. Anything else, Frank?
That's it.
Park and cemetery, Loving Rosemary, and Kathy, Rick.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I have to do it.
I know.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
It's not that good, right?
That's
So
all.
Yeah.
I perfect little one would be up.
So we don't, you got nothing to do on that? Okay. All right, so is there, you guys probably are already doing it. Here, anything come forward, board, anybody got anything else? All right, citizen participation, anybody? Okay, that's what I figured. Are we going to close session or not? What do you want to do?
I probably need to have one more meeting before we do that.
Okay, all right. So, what time, is that clock right? You sure? Okay, all right. All right, so, being that said, do you want to have a motion to adjourn? Since we're.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right. Is there a motion for a second, or second?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I was like, which ones?
Yeah.
See all
Go
three?
for it.
Oh, all right, motion made, second, all in favor?
Alright.
Any opposed? All right. The meeting is closed.